Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Toronto Thunderbirds and the Chicago Tigers. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken from about the 12. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Quickly to the air is Burrow. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush.
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
After the interception, here's Watson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A huge play there for Chicago. 58 yards. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
On 2nd and goal, Watson. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. David Njoku, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Tigers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm is going forward. Incomplete pass. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Going for it on 4th. It's caught. Lockett. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and trying to keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To the air again, Burrow. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Returning right back to Lockett. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Here we go.
Now Burrow. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow the touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken from about the 12. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now, Toronto in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up.
Here we go.
Looking to pass. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Touchdown! Tyler Lockett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Thunderbirds have got it back to within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. Oh, good return up past the 30. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will score. Touchdown.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now the touchback's coming back to the 25 instead of the 20. When guys field it that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Pulls it in at the 13. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Burrow will throw. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. He's got room at the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now it's Burrow. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Gabriel Davis, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Thunderbirds are back within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The return from his end zone is Grant. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson, he's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Chicago. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo. Didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
From the 10. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touch. Now Burrow loses the football. It's going the other way. And a costly turnover there as the ball will be spotted 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Nick Chubb, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Tigers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This offense hoping to do better than last drive. Remember, they had the fumble that set up the short field, and then they gave up the...
And figure out how to not do it again. Get out there and execute the next time out. Avoid those errors.
Out of bounds. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
On third down, Burrow. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. Touchdown! Jamar Chase from 19 yards away. And the Thunderbirds get a bit closer. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll be stopped at the 28. On a play that started at the 14, they pick up 14. On first down, Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Faking the give, now Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
Caught right side, Davis. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. McPherson's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaunt, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. On the return from his end zone is Graham. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Throwing for Chubb, complete on the out route. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's Chubb on the read option. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And the ball is knocked out, and this will be scooped up by the defense. There he goes left side, past the 20. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? this definitely qualifies.
Well, Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that two-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for two and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
Back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. After the sack on first down, Watson, he's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he's able to get up here to the 26. So the completion results there in 9 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Touchdown! Jamar Chase with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Thunderbirds have scored again in this 3rd quarter. This time to move out in front.
11
They'll try and throw for it. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and it finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there at 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 67 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Slot man moves right. They run again on first down. Chubb. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play? And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. But he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that, being a safety.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, York on now for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken from about the 12. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a 4th-quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Burrow. Under pressure, and they get it to him again. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
On 2, ready? 11, 11, 11, 11.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And that's complete to Davis. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Chubb running right. They'll get it to the 23-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 85 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Chubb will get the call running left. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. As the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now it's Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
On fourth down, Watson. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Big fourth down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on fourth down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Taken from about the 12. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Burrow. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing, Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Steps away to his left. And that is caught. It's Davis. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Now Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Well, that's some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Here's Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
That's complete to Chase. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. A final shot now for Burrow. And that will be incomplete as time has run out.